Hi, Veston here, and welcome back to Cartoon Theory. Recently, Lois Griffin from Family Guy has been going through a lot of hate, because a lot of fans are saying that in the newer episodes, Lois is acting like a real jerk and it's really unpleasant to watch. I'm not going to argue with that, but what I'm going to say is that Lois has always been a jerk. This thing just got randomly invented for the newer seasons. If you don't believe me, here is a long list of episodes and things that Lois has done. If I'm dying, I'm lying. She bans Chris for television due to his very poor grades, resulting in Gumble to Gumble being canceled without him looking. The Family Guy Christmas episode from 2001. She goes absolutely berserk over not having a perfect Christmas Eve. She's very malicious. Breaking out is hard to do. She goes on a shoplifting spree. Perfect Castaways. She married Brian while Peter was away for a long time. PTV. She forces Peter to go to Meg's school play at the wrong day at the wrong time. Peter's two dads. She slaps Stewie on the back for raiding her bedroom. And Brian's got a brand new bag. She's a jerk to Brian for no reason. And I'm Joyce Kinney. She blackmailed Joyce when she was a teenager. Halloween on Spooner Street. Lois forces the bully's mom to not only give back Stewie's candy, but she also wants the bully's candy and money. The Blind Side. She replaces the stairs, which results in Peter getting into comedic yet painful falls on the staircase. You can't do that on television, Peter. She constantly gets on Peter's nerves even when he gets his own television show. The episode where Peter has a small lookalike. In a flashback, she bullies Peter and Chris for getting the groceries for her when it's obvious they were just trying to help. A wistful Meg. She's not sympathetic at all that Meg is about to be murdered by a bully. And it even gets worse when she doesn't help Brian stop Peter from his bear phase. In Chap Stewie, she's a jerk to Stewie for no reason. A Shot in the Dark. She tries to kill Peter for wanting to paint himself brown. A lot going on upstairs. She locks Peter and his friends up in the attic. And in Stewie's first word, she blames Caillou and Peter Griffins for something that was their own fault. And that's not even mentioning the most infamous Throw It Away, where she became a total jerk. I mean, not only did she throw out everything in the house, she threw out her own family as well. What was with her? Was she intending to disown her family to make a spin-off show? If that's the case, Stewie should have gotten rid of her a long time ago. There should have been a scene somewhere where Lois read in the book to not go too much into decluttering because it might cause insanity. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up is to not say, well, the newer episodes are justified in having her be a jerk. No, I want to explain why it works and sometimes it doesn't. To do that, here are the three things about Lois being a jerk that are very important to decide whether the episode is going to be good or bad. 1. Justification. Lois needs to have justification for her actions. Saying she's stupid is not good enough. Saying she's mean-spirited is a bit better. If I'm dying, I'm lying. She banished Chris from television because he wasn't doing well at school. She wasn't really being a jerk about it. She was just doing what mothers do best. Okay, that is justification. And you can't do that on television, Peter. She really wanted help around the house and doesn't think that Peter doing a kids' TV show is what's good for him. She just wants what's best for him. That's justification. Alright? In Peter's two dads, she wants Stewie to stop being a jerk. Justification. It's actually a weak one, but at least it's justification for her actions. Lois beating Peter up to a bloody pulp in a newer episode isn't justified by anything. Yeah, she wants a perfect life, but that doesn't mean she'll want to attack anybody, alright? Her wanting Peter to come to Meg's play on the night of the Emmys in PTV, what sense does that make? Does she really want everybody to come to the play? Does she support Meg? Does the principal make the Sunday night visit mandatory? Okay, but it needs to be more than that, okay? Here's the next thing. Humor. It needs to be funny. If it's not funny, then it's not going to work. This is why I don't like the scene in A Shot in the Dark where Lois beats up Peter for wanting to paint himself brown to get Cleveland to forgive him. It's just Lois attacking Peter and not being funny. Yes, it's justified because Peter always has dumb ideas. Maybe. But Peter didn't have the strength to fight back, which is what killed the scene for me. In The Blind Side, when Lois replaces the staircase and makes Peter fall down the stairs numerous times, that's funny. That's a running gag that goes by and it's very funny. You don't even think about why Lois is doing this. It's just a funny gag that's there and gone. And that leads into the third part. Does it add to the plot? That joke of Peter falling down the stairs thanks to Lois, it doesn't really add to the plot of Brian dating a blind girl, but it's the whole reason people watch the episode in the first place. Watching Peter rant and collapse down the stairs. And then, like a lot going on upstairs, it does add to the plot because Lois wanted Peter to be helping her out around the house. And going by justification, Lois had a reason for locking Peter and his friends up in the attic because Peter refused to do any work. So, justification, humor, and does it add to the plot? These are the three things that are important about making Lois being a jerk be a good thing for a Family Guy episode instead of the opposite like Throw It Away. And that's all I've got. I'm not defending her actions. I'm just saying that the newer episodes came from a certain point when they were making Lois a jerk. They just didn't understand what made it work in the first place. Well, that's all the time I have for another Cartoon Theory. See you around, folks.